Hi, this is Scott McDonald with REMAX Gateway, your agent and business development real estate company. Here to give you my top 8 predictions for 2018. Number one that's going to control our market this year is inventory levels. If inventory levels remain low, it's going to be a very thin year in the real estate market. Predictions are sales are going to go up, but in order for sales to go up, inventory levels are going to have to go up as well. As I've been saying the last couple weeks, our inventory levels are below where they were last year, which were below where they were the year before. So inventory needs to come out, and that will help our market. Number two is, because of these low inventory levels that we're experiencing, I see new home sales rising in 2018 and 2019. I think we'll see a lot more new housing starts because of the lack of inventory, and as people need to move or are moving into the area, they need housing, and new home sales are going to be the answer for a lot of people. So look for new home sales to go up. And next, it's going to be an important factor to us, and it always is interest rates. The Federal Reserve has been raising the Fed rates the last 2 years. They're going to continue to raise those. We'll probably have no more than 3 rises in those this year, but they're not going to really affect mortgage rates. Mortgage rates have been doing really well when the Fed raises their rates. But that being said, I don't believe that the interest rates are going to get above 5%. They're probably going to be more in the 4.5 to 4 3/4 rate range, which is still very excellent as far as that goes. Another thing that we're going to see coming into the market are a lot of millennial home buyers. They're at an age now where they've gotten married, they've had kids, they need to get more into suburban areas and out of the urban areas. So I see a lot more millennials getting into the market, which is going to then factor into our next category, which is the first-time homebuyer market. I think that first-time homebuyers are probably going to make up about between 38 and 40% of the market. The last couple years, they've been hovering around 32, 34, and 36%. So I think we're going to see a lot more first-time home buyers coming into the market. So, and the good thing about that is a lot of these first-time home buyers are in the 500 to 600 range. So they're not in the lower price points where there's a real lack of inventory today. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the tax reform. I really don't believe the tax reform is going to affect our market. Our average sales price in Northern Virginia is about $520,000. The mortgage interest deduction is at $750,000 for new mortgages after January 1st of 2018. If you had a mortgage and a HELOC prior to that, you're in good shape. So don't worry about the tax reform as far as mortgage interest deduction affecting most of our market. In addition to that, the property tax and sales tax up to $10,000, because the average sales price is $516, $520, is not going to be affected either. So it's great. The best part of the tax reform law is that you can keep your principal residence only 2 of the last 5 years to avoid having to pay capital gains. So that's going to not really restrict inventory as much as if it was 5 out of the last 8 years, which was proposed in the tax reform laws. One thing that also I think may or may not impact you, or you might not be able to see it as much, is the lessening of the guidelines and restrictions due to Dodd-Frank from the CFPB. That's the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Trump is talking about loosening those standards, which means that there's going to be more affiliated business arrangements between real estate companies, mortgage companies, and title companies. So if you are going to be a home buyer or a home seller, and any of those industries are going to be affecting you, you want to make sure you shop around and don't use necessarily companies that are affiliated with the real estate company, because that's not always the best rate or the best deal for the homeowner. So if you have any questions about that, I think it's very important to give me a call, 703-652-5777, or you can email me at scottmcdonald@remax.net. And again, let's see how these 8 predictions hold for 2018. Feel free to shoot bullets in my theories or come up with your own. If you have anything else, please let me know. Have a great year.